I remember wishing you were bigger, like more my size.
Like this. Hi. So, this may or may not be our third time trying to film this.
Welcome to our Glaze and Talk
video.
Today, we're gonna talk about our shared childhood memories.
It took us this long because we're just not good at talking. And there's just something about, we're trying to do this as close to our normal conversation as possible. We like to talk about this stuff, and I just want it to be like a moment of that, just filmed. But it's very hard to not like think about the camera. So this has, we've had like three practice rounds of like really long, basically fully filmed videos. So hopefully this one works out better. So just keep in mind, disclaimer, we're bad at talking and it'll take us a little bit to warm up to the camera, but we hope, I don't know, I just thought these would be nice as like you can also maybe relate to some of these, and it's kind of fun to just know about someone's life
like
that like you have
random.
nothing to do with almost. And we're gonna start glazing again and talking again. Cute.
Let's think about it for a little bit. I didn't have one.
What's the first shared, like first childhood memory you have with me?
First memory of you, basically. I don't have a specific memory. I just remember I was the one that played with you, and I would come up with a bunch of just random
Activities.
like games and like pretend things that we played together. And I feel like a lot of people would say, "Oh, you're such a good sister for like playing with your sister." You know, because of I was 8.5 when you were born, right? So yeah, when you were 2, I was like 10, turning 11. And so playing with you would be like an extra like burden. I feel like that's how the adults saw it. So they were like, "Oh, you're such a nice sister, whatever." And I was just like, well, I just want to have fun because I grew up with my sister, our oldest sister, right? And she's like 1.5 years apart, like older than me. So then they would expect, oh, like you guys are probably best friends, like you played all the time. But that wasn't the case. Like I was pretty lonely. Like I didn't have anyone to play with. So I feel like you were born and I was like, nice. Like I get this kid is younger than me and won't think it's cheesy or whatever
Boring,
to play. Like they would also have fun playing. Yeah, so I feel like I took advantage of it. Like in a mutual way. And yeah, I just remember like we were just in the room. I don't remember what we played besides the like. I used to go to Taekwondo to improve my confidence.
Yes.
That was the reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally understand.
Yeah. So I would have and like as you move up, you know, you get white belt, yellow belt. So we had belts lying around, right? So what do? Like you have to use them. So then, and we have pillows, right?
Yeah.
So then I would put 2 pillows and sandwich you. And then wrap and then put the belt over it.
Yeah.
So that was like your gi and your padding. Because like when you do Taekwondo, like the older kids, they would wear like a padding.
Oh.
Right? And then I feel like I did something for your helmet.
Yeah, I do.
I don't remember what it. I feel like it's probably more pillows. And like
You know what?
what?
I do think it was a pillow.
Oh.
like this. And I feel like I had a belt around my head.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's accurate or if this is like something like that. She has some carrot green.
Yeah. But I would definitely have put a helmet on you. So I don't know what I used, but you had a helmet on. Yeah, and then we would just. I would also have pillows around me. Yeah, and then I would like.
I wish we had photos.
Yeah, you were like on the bed, and I think I would like knock you down. Lightly, you know, no pain, just fun. Yeah. And then you would do, you know, I was like, oh yeah, like let's like spar. I remember wishing you were
Better.
no, like bigger, like more my size. A lot of times since I played with you like as a friend, but I didn't really see.
Yeah.
I remember I wished you were like. Yeah, like bigger. So
She
that
would
we
tell
could
me,
play
I wish you could like throw a ball properly. I wish you could catch one properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to play sports and like catch balls and kick the play soccer or something, and you were down, but you just weren't good.
just wasn't good. Yeah,
you know, your legs were too short. Like,
I'm just not athletic.
So it wasn't like fun for me, but that was the most fun I could have with somebody. So like, I still took it. Yeah. Yeah. So I'd say that's a shared one. What about you?
I guess from that same period of time, we would do something. I mean, this is all her idea.
Yeah.
But I would be in this princess dress, Korean traditional hanbok, and I'd be at the top bunk, and she would just serve me, basically. We had like a fancy tea set and stuff. She'd put water in it. I was like drinking it, and she'd have like grapes on a plate. We'd eat grapes. I don't know why that was fun. Well, but I do have a memory of that. Like, it's very clear, that memory for me.
Now that I think about it, after hearing it so many times, I feel like it's kind of like playing doll, right? So like, you play like with pretend friends, right?
Yeah.
But then you're too young to like do anything, so I would probably just like sit you down and then give you stuff. Except you're, you know, alive, so you can actually eat the grapes and stuff. So I feel like, and it didn't hurt you, or it was, yeah, it was fun for you too. So
I was a doll, basically.
Yeah, you were the doll, and
you were the kid playing with the doll.
Yeah, that makes way more sense, right?
Yeah, that does make sense.
Because I was like,
I'm like, why are you the servant? Yeah. I think if I was the older sister, I would use the younger one as the servant.
That would make sense if like you're playing with the kid, like for the kid.
Yeah.
And so you just want to like sit down and.
But that's not really how you played.
Well, that's not really playing. So I was into it. So I didn't. That wasn't my mindset. So that's cool. We cracked like a code or like a little
mystery.
Yeah.
Why were you the princess? Oh, me. Me. Oh, we actually have like a lot of videos, I guess, of this. I don't know where they are. I feel like I've watched it once in my life.
I feel like we lost.
She'd make me sing. I remember. I think she like learned this Korean song at the Korean like after school that she went to, and it's like a here it is. And it's like this older Korean song. Oh, you baby. And oh, you baby.
What is
yeah. It's like a really sad Korean song.
Yeah, it's a very famous poem turned song.
Yeah. And I remember she was like teaching me what facial expressions to do. It's like, I remember doing this very clearly. Like, we practiced very many times. I go like this. And I'm wearing this, like, plaid justice shirt. I'm singing through the song. I think...
Yeah, you're singing.
Yeah, I'm, like, right back here. And I remember I showed our mom when she got home. Yeah, I have that memory.
Yeah, I filmed you a lot, too.
She'd also test me a lot. Like, vocab. How do you spell this? Not for school, like just for
Well, we
fun.
were playing school, kind of. Like,
yeah, I guess.
Because you were heading into, like, elementary school.
I was that young? I thought I was older. We probably did it a few times.
Yeah, you're probably in elementary school.
Yeah.
But then it was, like, before, because they don't give you tests, like, in first grade, right? So I was doing it. I feel like you were curious about it, or, like, I was like, oh, let me be the first person to, like, give you a test or something, right? So then you've taken tests.
No,
before.
but you because
I think I was making you or like giving you like a word to
spell.
Yeah. And so you would do it, and then you would put your hands above your head.
Yeah,
like, both hands above your head. Yeah, after you were done.
Test.
Yeah.
No one else did this. I did this so much as a kid. Like after every test, teachers like put your pencil down, and then you're supposed to put your hand on your head. Yeah, I did that after every question. She was like,
I thought it was so funny because you were like so serious. Like,
I took them seriously. Yeah. That's why it's fun to play with me. Okay.
Yeah, you just like took that test like it was any other test.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember filming.
So I think the reason we did this was because I don't know why, but I had to spell friend. but I didn't know how to spell it. And she was really shocked that I didn't know how to spell friend. And then another time,
I think I was shocked.
But she was like, why don't you know? So she taught me.
I was like, this is unacceptable.
And then next time she asked me to spell friend again, and I got it wrong again.
Yeah.
So I think you started like making me memorize how to spell a few words.
That could be it. I do remember.
Yeah.
That is probably what it was.
Yeah.
Which means you were probably like 3rd grade.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I was a bigger kid from my memory. I mean, core memory. Santa Claus. This is also like one of those memories that I just remember like very vividly. So they convinced me Santa Claus was real.
So you can't just say they.
Oh, my sisters.
Yeah.
Convinced me that Santa Claus was real.
We really wanted her to think that Santa was real. Just because we thought it'd be like funny.
Like they had a whole setup where they would tell me that you had to go into a room with only 2 people, since there's 3 of us, you know. And I had to be under the blanket, and my sister would put a phone like outside the blanket towards my ear, and then I would have to like dial the number, and then it'd ring, and then Santa would answer.
Yeah.
And it was great. The greatest voice acting I ever heard in my life. There was a whole Santa like, ho, ho, ho. I don't remember what they said. And then she had a little elf voice. I was like, Santa, where should I put the presents? And like, it was so believable. I was like, there's no way one person could do 2 voices at one time. It's just physically impossible. But the whole thing was that she was in the other room calling or answering the phone. And this happened like a few times.
Yeah. So our oldest sister, I was also directing her.
Mastermind everything.
But we all wanted this to happen, right? So she really wanted her to believe in Santa. So then I told my sister, our oldest sister, to call me. And then I'll play Santa, right? And just like get her to like get under the bed, under the covers, the bed,
the blanket.
Yeah. So the first thing I did was change the number that was the Santa's number to read Santa, in case like, you know, you were so suspicious, you wanted to like check.
I was a pretty suspicious kid.
Yeah, because I wasn't
very gullible.
That too, but I also didn't try as hard.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I guess you weren't very gullible because kids are supposed to just get it, just accept it.
I wasn't just like, okay.
Right. Yeah. So I just so I changed that. So the rule was you had to be under the covers. Only one person can stay with you. You cannot look at the phone.
No.
Yeah. You cannot directly call. Somebody has to hold the phone over your ear while you're under the blanket. And only 2 people can be in a room at once. So that I could be Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we agreed on that, and I remember you were like, "Why do I have to be under the covers?
Yeah.
How come only
one person there with me?
How come you can't be the one like in the room? Like, why does she have to be in the room?" And so like, you know, I don't know, probably said something. And so I'm in the closet, like in our parents' closet, so that we're far apart, because you know I don't want to accidentally like hear me. I also feel like I probably had a rule where you couldn't come out of the room, like during the session, and you have to wait because I needed time to like get back. You know what I mean? Like, because you would went looking for me.
Smart kid.
Yeah. So I was like, I knew, but your questions weren't like crazy.
No.
Yeah. So I knew what you were gonna ask.
Yeah.
So then I made all the rules to like cover me, and then I remember I answered the phone. I pretended like I was Santa. And then I was like, I had this bright idea to like bring in the elf.
Yeah, that was the selling point.
Yeah.
You didn't do that, but just never fallen for it.
You're like, oh, I think it kind of sounds like you. You know, you would have probably done that. But
that's great.
Yeah, and then you know you can't just end it at one time. So I did it again.
You said like 3 times.
Yeah, no more than 3 times. And I remember our sister, she was cracking up.
Oh.
Like, because she could hear, you know, like what you could hear. And she was like, that was so funny. Like, do it again. You know, like, it was like so entertaining.
Nothing better to do.
Yeah. And obviously, like, I want to show my mom.
Oh, yeah.
All the things that happened. I was like, you know, like, you should be Santa. Yeah.
Bad idea.
And then she kind of
She blew it.
she blew her.
Well,
she
like-
blew our cover.
But that time, like, we did it in the bathroom for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I remember being in the bathroom because it just had to be a room or something.
I also told my mom to do it, our mom to do it, so that I could be
Yeah.
like with you listening. You know, I wanted to have that other excited experience too. So, but then even when I heard it, I was like, oh, this is over. Like
It
you
just
can't-
sounded like her. I mean, she tried.
She didn't
but-
try that hard.
It was like
So disappointing.
very just, oh, it sounds like my mom trying to do a man's voice.
And also,
I don't remember being disappointed though.
well,
Yeah, it
because you
was.
didn't want to.
I don't think I cared about Santa that much.
Yeah, you didn't.
Like, even if I thought he was real, I don't think I was like a kid that cared about.
That's like my proudest memory.
And it was fun. I approve. As the victim.
Yep. And I've tried to fool you, often enough for you to like suspect me.
Yeah. I had this thing with my big toe as well, that it was fake. But they bought it at a store and they attached it to my foot. And my toe is pretty chubby. I have chubby.
Which isn't what I was going for. I
Oh,
just
really?
like made it on the spot.
Oh, but it just like made sense. Like, I have a kind of a line on my big toe because of like the fat. Like, it looks like maybe it is stitched and there was a line formed by it. You know?
If I saw that, I would definitely would have said it. But I don't think I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's also
I would have
memory.
gotten you there.
But I feel like it's one of those things where like a part of me like kind of believes it, but you know, you like don't actually believe it type middle ground. Yeah.
Yep. And I wouldn't have fooled you fully. Probably would have come out afterwards. Oh yeah, I remember we tried to tell you that you were adopted,
Oh yeah.
but you were not buying it.
No.
But were you?
But it's like my toe situation. It's like I didn't believe it, but like there's that 1% that I think could be true.
But you were really good at telling me that you didn't buy any of it.
Yeah.
And also like the adopted part wasn't my thing.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
her.
Our other sister, she thought that would be funny, but she had nothing. There was no story. She was just kind of like, yeah, you were adopted, and I was like, yeah, you were. But I didn't, feel like, I still need
It was a
time to
good
like
one.
come up with
Yeah.
something, and I didn't have any, nor did I like really want, to you to actually believe it, and also you didn't really believe it anyways. So, okay, sorry.
Yeah. If I was a more gullible kid, you guys would have had a lot more fun. I guess you would have just had
I think we would have more stories. I wouldn't like have gone too far with anything.
But you could have tried more things, I guess.
Maybe. I didn't really feel like, oh, I really wanted her to believe this, and like, dang, it doesn't work. Like,
Yeah.
Besides the Santa thing, I think.
I feel like that's the best Santa story one can tell. Cause honestly, like I remember, I didn't believe it like that much. I think by like the third few times, although it was like really believable the first time. Give them that. But I remember thinking, I think I told maybe the twins or something. I don't know if they remember, but I was like, twins equals friends, my friends, twin friends. Yeah, cause everybody tells about like, I was like, do you believe in Santa? And it's kind of like that. Oh, like your dad dresses up as Santa or something, and like I'm like,
And the kid like pulls the mustache.
not that
and it's
believable.
Like, yeah.
Like this was a very like proud story for me to tell.
Really?
Like I called him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was great to go the calling route. Not like
Also, it lasted
trying to
more
see
than a day.
Yeah.
Wow. Another shared memory. It doesn't have to be like a. We have some bad ones.
Oh, but we also have really bad ones.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't really have them with you. You might have them with me, but I would steal her stuff a lot.
Oh, you remember? Oh, I was gonna. I
Well,
thought
okay.
didn't.
You know why I remember?
No.
Let me show you guys.
What?
These crayons. Let me tell you. So she has this. We still have it. This blue drawer thing. She had like a bunch of stuff in it. I just like looking through things, you know,
And
pretty
taking
things, but mainly crayons, like things to draw with. These crayons, she hasn't even touched them to this day. I just wanted to use them.
I think it's those.
It's these. I remember.
Not old.
No, these are so old. These are. But I remember. I remember this packaging. Look how untouched they are. But I think she just like didn't like me touching it, and since when I first tried to use them, I tried to use them without telling her. Like after that, even if I asked, she wouldn't even let me use it.
Really?
But now that I look at it, it's still here, untouched. Should have just let me use it.
I don't remember you asking to use anything, but I remember being so mad.
Yeah.
That I told you, like I would sit you down. I was just telling. I wanted to like communicate this one message. This one message across. Like, can you stop taking things from my room, right? Because things would be gone, like, or it would be messed with. Like, I would notice, like, because you were good at like hiding your tracks or covering your tracks. I wasn't really thinking, oh, why would she do this? Like, why would she take things? I was just thinking, like, why, after I've told you not to do it, like, why would you keep just doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't really thinking, like, you know, anything past that. It was just really frustrating.
Which, let me tell you, so I don't look so bad.
I don't think you look bad. Do you look bad?
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I was a kid, but still. Not all kids steal.
You weren't, like, stealing, like, oh, it's mine. You just, like, put it in...
Again, with my first sister... actually not again because you haven't heard this, but we would share a room together most of our childhood. Later, like, switches, but we would share a room, and then we'd have, with my oldest sister, she'd use her own room, but I'd have my toys there. But because she wouldn't let me get my toys, she'd yell at me if I tried to open her door. I needed to like find things in the house to like play with, like little pieces to play like house or something. Like I just used things as I'd act like something is the salt and pepper, and like something is the cookie that makes you go big, you know, things like that.
And like I played with her as a kid, but not like
And at that age, she stopped playing with me.
After we moved here, we stopped playing. Yeah, it was like a light switch. Once we arrived, right, and then I don't have zero memories of us being the same as back then. Yeah,
I mean we're better now, but I mean I don't have any ill feelings towards you from that time in my life. I don't really have much memory, honestly, from back then. Like that middle.
Yeah, it's like a blur. I kind of like it that way.
Which is sad. I think a lot of us, we don't really have much memory of it because it was just sad.
It was like, I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, like chaos. Like every day it's so...
I know.
So much
me
fighting.
And my other sister, we'd be like yelling literally like our lungs off. Is that what they say? Yelling.
You yell your
head off. You know, just yelling really loudly. And like she doesn't like sound. You don't really like, even now. And I assume you'd be the same back then too. Like you don't really like just
loud noises.
Yeah. But I did cause a lot of loud noise during that time.
You cried every day.
Yeah, I actually cried every day.
Yep, not an exaggeration.
Yeah,
I think since
not even
birth until... Actually,
since birth until they left for college. Okay, so I don't really know what we talked about.
We talked about our shared childhood memories.
I know, but
mostly the positives.
Yeah, but there are also the negatives. Yeah, like amongst us, we don't really have that much ill feelings. You know, we're pretty mutual now. Yeah. So, you know, like every family, there's ups and downs. Yeah, but we try to talk about the ups today. Thank you for watching this video or listening to it. I hope you liked it.
I hope you liked it.
Yeah, I hope you liked it.
I hope that you found this relatable.
Yeah. Maybe
we have a couple other things.
What are you saying?
Yeah. we have a few other topics we wanted to talk about to continue this podcasty style setup. And, you know, like, leave a comment if you...
Why are you talking like that? Yeah, let us know if you relate to anything. Maybe you laughed at something. That'd be pretty cool. That's us as kids. We love to hear what your childhood was like. Those are fun. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We hope to see you in another one. Bye. Hopefully we'll do it another time.
Hopefully.
Bye. Bye.